In my last video, I walked through installing GrapheneOS using the simple web installer and demonstrated how to revert back using the Android Flash tool. If you want a more detailed tutorial, check out that video. I'll cover it a little bit high level in this video just in case, but overall, I've spent the last few days using the original Pixel Fold here, testing both the stock experience and the fully de-Googled GrapheneOS setup. I'll also show how to configure F-Droid, Obtainium, Aurora Store, and share my experience using the OG Pixel Fold in stock, de-Googled, hybrid, and Sandboxed Google Play. The stock experience with Android 16 in 2026 is surprisingly smooth, smoother than it was at launch, quite honestly. Pixels age like fine wine, and that's no different here for the Pixel Fold. The hardware is beautiful, and I love the passport-like design. It is a bit heavy, but getting it brand new for under $500 makes the added bulk completely worth it. And while yes, the inner display has a lot of bezels, it's still a great display and perfect for consuming content regularly. When outdoors, of course, I do wish in direct sunlight that this display was brighter, but it'll do for most. It is nice using Google Wallet on the stock Android experience. It doesn't work with Graphene, but a solid workaround if you want to use tap and pay, set it up on a Pixel Watch and you can use it from the watch, just not the phone. Installing Graphene again is simple. Follow the web installer prompts, unlock the bootloader, download the release, flash the image, lock the bootloader, and you're good to go at this point. GrapheneOS handles most daily needs out of the box through its secure browser and built-in privacy tools. Instead of downloading alternative apps, you can safely use web apps for essential services like banking and email, for example. I was able to live quite comfortably for about 2 full days without requiring a specific app. Doing everything in the browser for 2 straight days, it was honestly freeing and not painful at all. Of course, there are alternative app platforms to maximize your privacy and device control. Use F-Droid for tracker-free open source apps, Obtainium to download directly from developer sources like GitHub, and Aurora Store to anonymously download Play Store apps without a Google account. These are all super easy to install, by the way, so I'll go ahead and update my current apps, well, my browser, so that way I can ensure I have the latest and greatest before I walk you through how to install these. We'll start with F-Droid. Go ahead and search for F-Droid. Navigate to the F-Droid site. Once you navigate to the F-Droid site, you can scroll down and download F-Droid. Download the APK. Once it's downloaded, you can then either open it from the download at the top of the browser, or you can navigate to your files and you'll see F-Droid here. You will have to grant some permissions, of course, given you are using GrapheneOS. You will need to grant and ensure the app has permissions to do things. Now we have F-Droid installed. As you can see, very straightforward. Installing Obtainium is straightforward, APK download straight from the site. However, many of these sites now feature Keep Android Open warnings because Google's new developer certification requirements are closing the Android ecosystem, threatening the future of custom ROMs and privacy-focused alternatives like these. I hope Google reverses course, but their AI-driven hunger for data likely means closing Android to trap user information and block any easy paths to de-Google. Anyways, link in the description to Keep Android Open if you're curious and want more information. But anyways, as you can see, it was very easy to install Obtainium. Next, we're going to install the Aurora Store. You'll want to do the same thing and navigate to their site. Now, their site isn't as straightforward. It's pretty straightforward overall, but it doesn't directly direct you to install the store. So you do kind of jump around a bit, but get to downloads. Go to the Aurora Store, select the Aurora Store, select latest to ensure you're going to get the latest APK, download the APK from here, and then you will again download, install, grant the permissions, and away you go with the Aurora Store in addition to the other app alternative platforms that we've just downloaded and installed. One of the main reasons I like the Aurora Store is because once you download it, you do have to sign in, but you get the option to sign in either with your Google account. Don't do that. You can sign in anonymously, so that way you can anonymously download any and all of the apps from the Aurora Store. This is an excellent option and a great alternative. With all of these Play Store alternatives installed now on the device, I will throw them all into a nice little concise folder here so you can see those. And I will set up the Google Pixel Fold now with all of my apps. Well, I've already done so actually. So as you can see here, I've installed all of my apps that I use daily from the Google Play Store alternatives, not the Google Play Store. So right now I don't have the Google Play Store. I don't have Google Play Services installed on here. I don't have YouTube, etc. Right now it is essentially de-Googled with all of my apps that I needed from all of the app platform alternatives. Every app downloaded from an alternative app Play Store worked flawlessly, even on the inner display. You're probably curious about the camera performance. While the stock GrapheneOS camera app doesn't offer the same heavy image processing or extensive features as the native Google camera app, I'm actually quite impressed with these sample shots. It is a Pixel after all, but the original Pixel Fold wasn't exactly renowned for its camera at launch. Even so, 2.5 years later, it still captures fantastic everyday photos through the GrapheneOS app. Of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on a few of these samples that I shot over the last few days when I was running just GrapheneOS. I shared these photos with my friends, family, even on socials, and no one noticed a drop in quality. Unless you're a professional, the OG Pixel Fold and GrapheneOS camera app are more than capable for daily photography in 2026. I think if you're privacy focused especially and you're not looking to take photos all the time of, beautiful sunsets, for example. Maybe you're just snapping pictures of some people, a few documents. Again, I don't know what you're doing with the privacy focused OS, but again, I think the cameras here would suit you well. Throughout my daily use over the last few days, the build quality of the Pixel Fold has really stood out. Google's engineers and hardware design teams absolutely crushed it. While I've loved other foldables over the years, like the Microsoft Surface Duo and the original Oppo Find N, this passport style design is exceptional and the hinge feels incredibly durable. Crease aside, it's simply a stunning piece of hardware. While I eventually installed Sandboxed Google Play services and the Play Store to manage, this YouTube channel, I honestly didn't need them for anything else. I comfortably relied on the app Play Store alternatives for my daily tasks without any major disruptions to the apps I use. With everything installed, with everything in use, performance has been great. There hasn't been a difference, or at least a major difference, I would say, in terms of overall performance with GrapheneOS versus using stock Google. I will say you will notice a huge difference with battery. Charging is embarrassingly slow on the Pixel Fold, but GrapheneOS eliminates background tracking and adds over 2 hours of screen on time in my use. I easily get 1 to 1.5 days of battery life compared to about 6 to 7 hours on stock Android 16. This one's getting long for me, so to wrap up this video, as I revert back to stock Android, GrapheneOS is a security-hardened Android operating system for Pixel devices that replaces invasive Google integration with Sandboxed Google Play and advanced exploit mitigation, serving over 325,000 users with 0 confirmed remote exploits. It's, of course, trusted by security experts as a legitimate open-source privacy tool. It offers powerful defenses against aggressive auto-rebooting that frustrates forensic extraction from many firms. However, this hardened security comes at the cost of convenience, breaking features like Android Auto, Google Wallet, Tap to Pay, and some apps requiring strict OS integrity checks. Ultimately, while using it may increase your browser fingerprint, the concrete protection against mass surveillance and malware vastly outweighs the theoretical risk of appearing suspicious. Let me be clear here. GrapheneOS is a shield, not an invisibility cloak. In 2026, true privacy is a myth, so the ultimate security hack is simple: be boring. That said, most of us can't just quit big tech. For the average user, the hybrid sandbox play approach is the sweet spot, giving you the armor of GrapheneOS without forcing you to live like a digital hermit. Will I keep using GrapheneOS? Realistically, no. I swap phones too often, and until support expands, Graphene remains a Pixel exclusive. That said, it performs better than ever, and I'll absolutely flash it to every future Pixel I own, taking the sandbox hybrid approach, of course. For now, I'm moving on to newer devices launching soon. I'm also working on a video detailing my zero inbox workflow to show exactly how I keep my digital footprint boring by design. So subscribe for more content coming soon. Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I look forward to the discussion, and as always, thank you for watching. Take care and stay safe.